Hi everybody, and welcome to Movie Recaps with Brit. Today, we will be taking a look at a movie titled Creed 3. Without further ado, let's get started. The film begins in 2002 in Los Angeles, where a young Adonis Creed goes out secretly with his close companion, Damian Dame Anderson, who is a champion boxer. They attend an underground boxing match together. During the match, Donnie shows his talent in predicting Dame's opponent's moves, which helps increase Dame's chances of winning. Donnie consistently guides Dame on what his opponent's next move will be, keeping him one step ahead. After Dame's triumphant victory, they depart from the venue together. During their journey, Dame shares his dreams of becoming a professional boxer and a world champion with Donnie. They celebrate the victory by deciding to have a drink. As Donnie walks to get the drinks from a liquor store, he encounters a man named Leon, which irritates him, leading to an impulsive attack on Leon. At that moment, Leon's accomplices arrive and apprehend Donnie. In response, Dame draws a gun, while the police show up, resulting in Dame's arrest, while Donnie manages to escape. Now, 15 years later, in South Africa, Donnie faces his final career battle as he intends to retire from boxing. Initially, he struggles to concentrate on his opponent, causing disappointment among the spectators due to his lackluster performance. When his coach questions him about this, Donnie responds by asking the coach to be patient and observe his tactics. Donnie carefully assesses his opponent, patiently waiting for the opportune moment to strike. With his exceptional skills, he swiftly brings down his rival, securing victory in the match. Now retired from boxing, Donnie devotes his time to his family, including his wife, Bianca, and their daughter, Amora, who is hearing impaired, prompting the family to become proficient in American Sign Language. Bianca works as a music producer, and together, they lead a contented and fulfilling life. Donnie now manages the Delphi Boxing Academy and is promoting his protege, world champion Felix Guerrero Chavez, for a match against Victor Drago. Donnie imparts some guidance to Chavez, emphasizing that success lies not just in raw power but in control and focus. Leaving the academy, Donnie notices an individual leaning on his car. When asked what he wants, the person requests an autograph. Donnie declines and cautions the person to step away from his car. The stranger reveals that he has traveled a considerable distance to meet his mother. Donnie swiftly recognizes him as his childhood friend, recently released from jail. Donnie and Dame reunite, and Donnie is delighted to see his long-lost friend after such a prolonged period of no contact. Donnie had forgotten about Dame due to their lack of communication. At the meeting, Dame inquires about the academy, and Donnie informs him that they upgraded it a few years back. They head to a restaurant, where they converse while having their meal. Dame expresses his ambition to resume his boxing career, acknowledging the need to train extensively and regain his fitness. Concerned about Dame's current state, Donnie hesitantly extends an invitation to the gym, which Dame gratefully accepts. Donnie pays a visit to his adoptive mother, Mary, finding his wife and daughter already there. They all gather and engage in conversation. Donnie and Bianca observe Mary's deteriorating health and decide to bring her to their home, but she declines, insisting that she's perfectly fine. Instead, she expresses concern about Donnie's well-being. Bianca, unfamiliar with Dame, inquires about him. Donnie explains their meeting with Dame, and while his mother recognizes Dame, Bianca remains unaware and asks who he is. Dame trains in the gym, but his presence is met with disapproval from Chavez and Duke. Donnie attempts to persuade them to embrace Dame. Meanwhile, Amora admires her father and dreams of becoming a boxer like him. This aspiration leads her to get into trouble at school when she punches a student who was trying to bully her. Donnie is torn because he doesn't want his daughter to endure bullying, and he wants her to be able to protect herself. This leads to a disagreement with Bianca, who believes that resorting to physical violence is not always the answer to resolve problems. Subsequently, Dame pays a visit to Donnie's home, where he meets his family and warmly greets Amora using sign language as Donnie had instructed. During the visit, Dame shares a tale of their time spent together at a group home, a story that Bianca had never heard before. Later in the evening, Bianca bids them goodnight, but before she retires to bed, she recommends that Donnie invite Dame to her record label party. Donnie privately displays his collection of belts and titles to them. When Dame expresses a desire for a title shot against Chavez, Donnie declines the request. He attempts to make Dame comprehend that it's an incredibly challenging proposition since Chavez holds the prestigious position of world heavyweight champion. Dame expresses that he never had a fair opportunity to prove himself in the gym. While practicing with Chavez, an unfair incident occurs, leading to a fight between them. The situation is diffused by others present, but Duke confronts Donnie regarding the matter. Duke then reminds Donnie that he had warned him to keep his distance from Dame. Donnie attempts to persuade Duke that the incident was not intentional and assures him that it won't happen again. Following the incident, Donnie encounters Amora, who was secretly watching his boxing videos but conceals it when she notices him approaching. Donnie spends quality time with her and imparts boxing lessons. It becomes evident as the movie progresses that Donnie harbors a desire for his daughter to become a boxing champion, and this aspiration becomes more pronounced throughout the story. During the party celebrating Bianca's record label, Dame also attends. Bianca expresses her gratitude for his presence, and they engage in conversation while Donnie mingles with other guests. In the meantime, Victor Drago is unexpectedly attacked by an unknown assailant, resulting in severe fractures in his arm and hand, requiring approximately 6 months for recovery. This casts uncertainty on his ability to compete in the upcoming fight. As a result, everyone becomes anxious about who will step in to face Chavez, considering everything was arranged for the highly anticipated fight of the year. Donnie puts forth Dame and Chavez as potential replacements for Drago, but Duke is opposed to the idea. Duke has reservations about Dame, and they both have doubts about this decision, wondering if it will lead to showboating or other issues. Furthermore, they are concerned about Dame's unfair tactics in the past. Despite these concerns, Donnie assures them that they have no other viable option but to proceed with this choice. On the day of the fight, excitement fills the air as people eagerly anticipate the match between the renowned world heavyweight champion and a relatively unknown fighter. The bout commences, and initially, the game appears evenly matched. However, as Dame realizes that the victory is slipping away, he resorts to cunning tactics. He repeatedly targets Chavez's shoulder, disregarding warnings from the referee. Dame even strikes his elbow into Chavez's face, causing him to bleed. This selfish behavior disappoints everyone. As a result of Dame's relentless assaults, Chavez loses consciousness and collapses to the ground. Even Marianne, Donnie's adoptive mother watching the match on TV, witnesses this unsettling turn of events. Dame emerges victorious, claiming the heavyweight championship by defeating Chavez. After the match, Donnie leaves the scene feeling uneasy. He is confronted by Duke, who criticizes him for not heeding to his warnings. Shortly afterward, Donnie receives a call from his mother, asking him to meet her later. Donnie goes to see Marianne, who reveals that she had kept letters from Dame during his time in prison, believing him to be a negative influence. Donnie becomes upset upon learning this and blames his mother for thinking he had forgotten about Dame, emphasizing that Dame was like a brother to him. His mother informs him that she did it so that he could let go of Dame and progress forward. Donnie responds with frustration, emphasizing that Dame has been very supportive of him. His mother is taken aback by Donnie's unexpected reaction. Marianne emotionally hands him a letter, which includes a picture, and then leaves. The photo depicts Dame with the person Donnie recognizes as Drago's assailant. Realizing that Dame orchestrated the attack on Drago, Donnie confronts him. After celebrating his victory, Donnie confronts Dame about the man involved in the attack on Drago, presenting the incriminating picture. Dame confesses that he manipulated Donnie into getting the title shot and admits to stealing his gloves. He goes on to belittle Donnie, claiming that he was nothing before Dame and that he no longer needs him now that he is everything after winning the title. Proudly displaying the championship belt, Donnie provokes Dame by implying a threat. In response, Dame questions if Donnie is threatening him, leading to Dame unexpectedly punching Donnie in the face. Angry and hurt, Donnie storms off without uttering a word. Donnie faces Bianca, who expresses concern about his troubled state and attempts to understand what's troubling him. However, Donnie finds it difficult to open up to Bianca about his guilt concerning Dame. He is burdened by the fact that Dame now revels in his fame and publicly accuses Donnie of being a fraud who abandoned him. This situation adds to Donnie's inner turmoil, making it hard for him to confide in his wife. Donnie experiences haunting flashbacks of the moment when he left Dame alone. He receives a call from his mother's number, but it's Bianca delivering the distressing news that Marianne has suffered another stroke and is in critical condition. Donnie rushes to her side immediately, but unfortunately, Marianne passes away. Following the funeral, Donnie finally confesses to Bianca about the night of Dame's arrest. He discloses that Leon, an abusive caregiver from their group home before he was adopted, was the person he attacked at the liquor store. The altercation with Leon's friends led to Dame pulling out a gun, resulting in his arrest. Out of guilt, Donnie never reached out to Dame after that incident. Encouraged by Bianca, Donnie makes the bold decision to come out of retirement and announces it on national television. During the broadcast, he receives a call from Dame, who verbally abuses him and labels him a coward. In response, Donnie warns Dame to refrain from such behavior and challenges him for the championship, a challenge that Dame accepts. Donnie begins his rigorous training alongside Duke and a fully recovered Drago. However, he constantly battles painful flashbacks from the past, reminding him of how Dame tried to protect him from Leon's men, but he cowardly ran away without concern for Dame. The burden of guilt and indebtedness towards Dame hinders Donnie's training, causing him to collapse multiple times despite his best efforts. Nevertheless, he remains steadfast and unwavering in his determination. After enduring intense training, Donnie eventually prepares himself for the impending battle. The long-awaited day of the battle arrives, and Donnie faces Dame in the intense Battle of Los Angeles at Dodger Stadium. The fight proves to be grueling and fiercely contested. However, Donnie finds himself haunted by visions of his painful past in the abusive foster home and Dame's challenging life in jail, which causes him to suffer a knockdown in the final round. In a critical moment, Duke offers Donnie a valuable insight, making him realize that he must release himself from the shackles of guilt to triumph over Dame. Empowered by this newfound clarity, Donnie continues the fight with unwavering determination. Both fighters relentlessly attack each other, with Dame delivering fierce blows. In a thrilling climax, Donnie delivers a devastating knockout punch, triumphing over Dame and reclaiming the championship title. After the intense battle, Donnie and Dame finally reconcile, realizing that neither of them was to blame for the past misunderstandings. They forgive each other and rekindle their friendship. In a heartwarming moment, Donnie joins Bianca and Amora in an empty stadium, playfully pretending to box with his daughter. As they bond in the ring, the future hints at the possibility of Amora following in her father's footsteps and becoming the next boxing champion. Thank you for watching our movie recap. While it may seem simple, it actually took a lot of hard work and dedication to produce. If you enjoyed the video, we kindly ask you to show your support by liking and subscribing to our channel. By doing so, you'll stay updated on our latest content and help us continue creating more in-depth analyses and critiques of the movies you love. Thank you again for your support.